And now it's my pleasure to introduce Maria de Lourdes Ramos Gonzalez, who is a PhD student in mechanical engineering. And her journey started when she went to middle school astronaut training. And Maria, like hopefully everyone in this audience, has seized every opportunity since to create an incredible journey that she's going to tell you about. So welcome Maria to the stage.
Thank you. Hay momentos en tu vida que dan forma a la persona que serás. Growing up, I was always intrigued by science fiction movies. I became mesmerized with movies like Artificial Intelligence, Bicentennial Man, and shows like Full Metal Alchemist, which showcase the potential of blending human and machine together. Science seemed like the portal to the world. I caught a glimpse of that world in middle school when my science teacher started a group for astronaut training. Everyone was welcome to join, and when I asked my friends if they wanted to go with me to the meeting, they all said, no thanks, that's nerd stuff. So I went alone. To me, it wasn't about being a nerd or cool or anything. It was about trying something new and learning more about what was out there. The kids in the group and I became friends, and we built a replica of a space shuttle in our school gym. We all had roles and even took turns sleeping to ensure the authenticity of manning a space shuttle 24 hours a day. I was a communications officer and was in charge of relaying messages from Earth to our station and vice versa. We stayed in the shuttle for 3 days, and when we came out, there was a news crew, reporters, and all my friends in the audience eagerly stating they would join next year's crew. Well, guess what? There was no next crew. That opportunity taught me to take, that experience taught me to take opportunities as they come and not take your time for granted, because you might miss out on something incredible. You might even walk away with a cool astronaut jumpsuit. And yes, it still fits. By the end of middle school, I was hooked on a TV show called CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, and was convinced I wanted to be a crime scene investigator. Eventually, I realized it was a lot grimmer in real life than what I saw on the glamorous small screen, so I changed tactics. I would be a lawyer. I even attended ATEC, a local magnet high school with specialized tracks, and majored in legal studies. I found out that I needed a bachelor's degree in order to go to law school, but it could be in anything. So I decided to major in mechanical engineering. Why not? I could study something that had always fascinated me from movies and TV, and I could still go to law school afterwards. It was a win-win for me. I still remember the first time I visited campus with my mom. It was a very hot summer day. We parked in that free parking lot on Swenson and Harmon and had to walk somewhere around 10 miles to the Student Services building. I exaggerate, but in the Vegas heat, it sure felt like it. Mi pobre madre aguantó las ganas de abandonarme ahí ese día y me inscribió en la universidad. When I finally started college in 2009, I had no idea what to expect. I assumed it would be just like high school, but more expensive. Whereas in high school, you could be at school from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., in college, you could be on campus anywhere from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. But I operated very much like I did in high school because that's what I knew. Go to class, go home, do homework, repeat. It wasn't until my second year of college that I discovered student organizations. The first organization I joined was SAE, the Society of Automotive Engineers. And it was there that I learned the names of tools, how to use machines to cut metal, and welded my first piece of steel. I fell in love with engineering. From then on, I continued pushing myself to be the best engineer I could be. I wrote an honors college thesis on prosthetic devices. I even got a chance to present that research at a conference. And it was through another organization, the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, where I landed my first internship at Toyota Technical Center as a research and development engineering intern in Michigan. But as much as I loved engineering, it was not always easy. There was the occasional groans in a class full of guys whenever I raised my hand to ask a question. Well, okay, to ask yet again another question. But hey, I was here to learn, and I had paid good money for the privilege of asking that question. Well, I heard the same groans when those students got their test scores. It also wasn't easy pleasantly saying, "No thanks, I got it," in the machine shop for the 100th time when a male student would come up to me when I was cutting metal. I mean, sometimes I need help reaching the stuff on the higher shelves, but other than that, I got it. The mansplaining and comments that women don't belong in engineering are sometimes there. But what pushed me to finish was remembering the movies of robots and cyborgs that I loved growing up. I didn't want to wait for technology to catch up to that. I wanted to be the one to make it happen. So I enrolled in the PhD program. Look, that's me on the first day of grad school. Ugh, I look so happy. My first year, I was involved in robotics. My second year, I designed and built an airplane and was the first person at UNLV to earn the Amelia Earhart Fellowship for my work in aerospace engineering. I finally settled on my dissertation topic, which consists of designing and testing a novel knee implant. It's been a long and sometimes exhausting road, but the benefits of finishing are monumental. Just while I've been a grad student, I've had the opportunity to be involved in amazing projects, travel all across the US to present my research, and even met some of the greatest people on this planet. I even got a chance to compete in hackathons and ended up winning a couple. Y como se dice, sí se puede. Y de que se puede, pero no sola. I didn't accomplish this on my own. I asked for help, advice. I learned from my senior peers in engineering which professors to avoid or which to take even though they were tough, because you were actually gonna learn something. I made allies with professors and administrators who actually cared about building me up and making me stronger. I learned how to take the biggest bite out of my college career and still be able to chew. Padres y familiares, apoyen a sus estudiantes. Estudiantes, mantengan a su sistema de apoyo involucrado. It could be as simple as creating a Spanish flyer of my research so that my family will stop asking me what I'm even doing. Yes, I am a first-generation immigrant because my mother brought me here when I was less than a year old because we were on the brink of starvation. Yes, I am the first person in my family to go to college, but not because I'm special, but because my older sister worked to help support the family. Without her, I would not be here today. And yes, I may be the first Hispanic woman in the history of UNLV to earn her engineering PhD. But again, not because I'm special, but because there weren't more like me to take this path. Even across the entire United States, in 2017, only 0.79% of engineering PhDs were awarded to Hispanic women. College is a lot of hard work, but this is the moment in your life when you can learn whatever you want. I took cello lessons, I learned German and Japanese. I even took a class where all we did was watch movies, my favorite activity, and then wrote an essay on whether or not we liked it. Is your friend Muslim? Then take a class on world religions. Educate yourself and earn school credit while you're at it. Just by being here and hearing about all the resources you have, you're already miles ahead of where I started. Remember to join student organizations, go to conferences, be proactive in finding internships. And I'm not just here to show you all the cool stuff I've done. I'm here to show you all the cool stuff you can do. You may not know what you want to do yet. As you saw, even I changed my area of interest many times. I would love to be Iron Woman, but maybe I'll still go to law school. Or maybe I'll land at NASA and make some use of this jumpsuit. Who will you be? ¿Quién serás tú? Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. That was awesome. I don't think anyone in this room has any doubt that Maria has used the opportunities that she has had here to create an incredible future for herself. I think we might see her landing on Mars someday. That woman has got incredible things in her future, like so many of you in this audience, if you take advantage of those opportunities.